सेना के कार्यकर्ता यहाँ पे तस्वीरें जो देख सकते हैं कि सेना भवन के बाहर पहुंचे हुए हैं और इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि सेना के जो नेता हैं वो पहुंचे, उनसे बात रखेंगे ये लोग। और यहाँ पे तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं किस तरह से सेना भवन के बाहर नारेबाजी शुरू है, लगातार नारेबाजी शुरू है। यहाँ पे शिवसेना एमएलए, टॉप लीडर शिवसेना के और मुख्यमंत्री उद्धव ठाकरे भी यहाँ पे पहुँचने वाले हैं। और ये तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं, शिवसेना के महिला कार्यकर्ता हैं वो भी नारेबाजी कर रही हैं। आप लोग
हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं, आगे बढ़ो, हम तुम्हारे साथ।
Breaking news now coming in. Eknath Shinde is likely to resign as a minister later this evening. Breaking news now coming in. Eknath Shinde, the man leading the rebellion. The man leading the rebellion in Maharashtra, the minister who's taken away 40 of the MLAs with him. Eknath Shinde likely to resign as a minister later this evening. That's the breaking news update from outside the Chief Minister's residence here. The Varsha Bungalow. So many vehicles are coming in and going out. Even though the action is now shifted to the Sena Bhavan, which is the headquarters of the Shiv Sena. Hearing now that Eknath Shinde will be resigning as a minister later in the evening. Eknath Shinde was removed as the legislature party leader, and you're seeing the kind of protests against him outside the Shiv Sena Bhavan. And any time now, he could also be officially stepping down as a minister. He's got 2 ministers with him, 40 MLAs are with him, and it tells you that if he steps down, and if those who are with him also resign, and I think that changes the entire game, because then it will all come down to the numbers, whether the BJP will force a vote, and if they do force a trust vote, where will that leave the government in Maharashtra? Now, in about 2 hours from now, there's another meeting between the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar. Ajit Pawar is meeting Uddhav Thackeray. You heard Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar spoke, putting the complete onus on the Shiv Sena, saying that he will only intervene if the Shiv Sena wants him to intervene. Now, what can happen if Sharad Pawar intervenes? Can he salvage the situation? I'm not so sure, because it will come down to the numbers, and they don't have enough numbers. Sharad Pawar also tweeted that they will go by whatever Uddhav Thackeray has to say at this point of time. Now, I think the entire focus in the next few minutes will be on whether they have the numbers, whether that head count tells you out of the 55, how many are really with them, physically present. Abhishek, what are your estimates about how many Sena MLAs are actually at the Sena headquarters right now as our MLA head count begins? Abhishek.
Well, Niranjan, the action is moving to Gujarat. Not just the rebel Shiv Sena MLAs, but even the BJP is planning to shift all its 105 MLAs to Ahmedabad, and arrangements are being made, even as those Shiv Sena rebels who are in Surat, they are also being brought to Ahmedabad.
So essentially, I'm getting live pictures from Lee Meridian in Surat. Live pictures from Lee Meridian in Surat. Live pictures from Lee Meridian in Surat. I'm cutting across to the live pictures from Lee Meridian in Surat, where you can see that there is action there. Some of these MLAs will also be moved. From Surat to Ahmedabad. We were told that the Shiv Sena MLAs specifically will be moved to Ahmedabad, because there are two emissaries of Uddhav who are moving to Surat. We were told that these emissaries will try and establish contact with Eknath Shinde. I don't think they'll allow that to happen. Some of these Sena MLAs are already moving to Ahmedabad, and there's action at the Lee Meridian Hotel there in Surat. Some of the MLAs also seen arriving. We were told that 29 MLAs were there, and 9 were en route, and 6 independents also likely to be present. So that's at least 11 more MLAs, 11 or 12 more MLAs could be there. Abhishek, hearing that 14 more MLAs could be reaching there. If you can speak over these pictures, Abhishek, of what's going on at the Lee Meridian.
Well, Niranjan, what we are told is that flights, chartered planes are ready to bring these MLAs to Ahmedabad and put them at a resort or a facility in Gandhinagar. Remember, Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar are twin towns, not much of a distance between them. And so it might happen that by the time Milind Narvekar reaches the Lee Meridian Hotel in Surat, he has, I think, just about entered the Gujarat limits, Gujarat's boundary between Gujarat and Maharashtra. the MLAs would have already left Surat, including Shinde, for Ahmedabad. So we don't know whether this is by design so that the meeting does not happen, because obviously even if Milind Narvekar reaches Surat hotel, it's unlikely that the kind of security we are seeing there, unless Shinde wants to meet him, Narvekar could get inside. But now that all these MLAs are to be taken out, there are vehicles parked outside the hotel which will take all these MLAs to the Surat airport, from where they would be brought to Ahmedabad. So in the next couple of hours, perhaps before Milind Narvekar reaches there, the MLAs would have left. I think this is in preparation for a possible show of strength on the floor of the
Getting some more breaking news
Maharashtra